Quick warning, if you rush Asian squats, you can hurt yourself. However, if you do them patiently, they can change how you move, how you rest, and yes, how you poop. Most people only hear the first part after it's too late. Today, I want to make sure you hear it before you do something to yourself trying. I have been practicing Asian squats for over a year now, and in this video, I'm going to share what actually happens when you stick with them this long. What works, what does not, and how to do this safely and consistently without wrecking your knees or your back. And since we broached the subject in the opening, we are going to follow up on it and talk about pooping. People avoid the topic, it's not what polite people do. Polite company suffers in constipated silence. Good thing you're not in a polite company now. This video is part of a mini-series on movements I have kept up with for more than a year. Things like dead hangs, slow jogging, animal movements, and planks. Think of these as longevity habits, but with a pinch of salt, because if I drop dead tomorrow, I'm taking the word longevity right back. Jokes aside, I genuinely believe most people could live longer, healthier lives without medication or fitness industry contraptions. The body needs regular maintenance, not punishment, and Asian squats are one of those maintenance tools. Yeah? Okay. The producer just called. Apparently, I forgot the intro. Hi, I'm Pavo. I'm an anthropologist, and this channel is my take on exercise and the fitness industry. I'm interested in what they not, a long time horizon. If you want practical movement habits that preserve your mobility and options over decades, you are in the right place. Now, very quickly, what is an Asian squat? Or if you want to call it a human squat, or an Indian squat, or whatever squat, please go ahead and let me know in the comments below. Let YouTube feast on your outrage and bless this channel with more engagement. Now, Asian squat is simply a deep squat with your feet flat on the floor. Yes, that means your heels too. That position used to be a primal resting pose. Most Westerners lost it because we sit on chairs, at tables, and on Western toilets. We treated floor sitting as primitive and then wondered why our knees, hips, backs, and digestion started falling apart. And yes, you could eat more fiber. That helps too, but posture matters. Now, before I tell you what this position does for you, I need to say this clearly. This is not an exercise to crush. Asian squats reward patience and punish rushing and crushing. If you approach them with the gym mindset of faster, deeper, longer, you are setting yourself up for some real pain, possibly a permanent injury. Progress here is measured in months and years, not days or weeks. Someone much wiser than me once put it like this: instead of treating movements as objectives to get to, it's better to approach them and your own body as if learning to master a martial art. It never ends, there is no limit to what you can discover, so there is no need to rush. Just become friends with your body, don't try to bully it. That mindset matters more than flexibility. Let me tell you why. I once got a message from a woman who saw my first video, dropped into an Asian squat immediately, and then, possessed by the YouTube demons, she decided she should hold it for 30 minutes a day. Don't look at me, she didn't get that from my video. She made it to about 16 minutes total, and then the next day she had a severe lower back pain that lasted for days. She asked me if her body was aligning itself or if she had done some real damage. How would I know? I'm just an anthropologist. Most people treat fitness like a short project. Veni, vidi, vici. That is why in 10 years' time they wake up with less choice. They lose the ability to get up from the floor, to travel comfortably, to play with their kids or grandkids, and often end up reliant on meds or expensive and ineffectual procedures. My course is designed to stop that slow narrowing of choices. It gives short, sensible routines you can easily fold into daily life, plus a community that keeps you honest. If you want to keep your future options open, join the beta. Early members get direct feedback and priority access to future materials. Back to our regular programming. You cannot go from 0 minutes for 30 years to 30 minutes overnight. Consistency beats intensity every time. Even now, I do not hold Asian squats for long stretches of time. Most days, it adds up to 2 or 3 minutes total, broken into short intervals. And that is enough. Asian squats work best when you stop treating them like something you have to schedule and start treating them like a position you can do something in. Just not doom scrolling, please. I reorganize my kitchen and wardrobe so frequently used items are lower. That gives me natural chances to squat instead of bending. I edit my videos in a squat or in a seiza position. I'm generally closer to the floor than I used to be. I pounce and change positions between my editing, standing and sitting desks and go to sleep at the floor level with plenty of opportunities to squat in between. Lowering my life has made my body much happier. Now, what does this position actually do when practiced sanely? It improves leg strength and hip mobility. It gently stretches the spine. It increases flexibility through the lower body. It gives you a rest anywhere position which doesn't dirty your pants, which hikers will appreciate. It forces you to breathe properly through your diaphragm. It keeps a lost movement pattern alive, which is good for your brain as well as your joints. And yes, it helps with the bowel movements. But before we discuss the feces evacuation, one more important warning. Asian squats are great for spine maintenance. They are not rehab for fresh injuries. I learned this the hard way. After hurting my back once, Asian squats helped me recover over time. But when I heard it again and I used the squat too early because it felt good, I made things worse. It was like scratching an itch, immediate relief, delayed regret. So, hear this clearly. If you have a fresh injury, let it heal. Feeling good is not the same as doing good. Alright, let us talk about a feces evacuation, aka pooping. There was a comment under my original video from someone who grew up with a squat toilet. When his family switched to a Western toilet as they became more affluent and wanted to impress the neighbors, he said he never again felt fully unburdened. That matches what we know, physiologically speaking. Squatting straightens the anorectal angle, making elimination easier and more complete. There is much to be said about not carrying all that shit around, metaphorically as well as figuratively speaking. Western toilets are not designed for that. They are designed for, well, sitting comfort, not physiological function. And that has serious consequences for all of us. If you're constipated, make it easy on yourself. Grab that coffee or warm water and get into the Asian squat position with the help of 2 yoga bricks if you have to rest your bum. And wait for that special feeling to come. And then, if you cannot get yourself a hole in the ground toilet, at least have a stool under your feet and lean forward. Like in this instructional Japanese video from a program on constipation. Let the good professor demonstrate. What do you mean they took his video offline? Fine, I'll do it myself. Alright, so you put a stool under your feet, and then to straighten out the anorectal angle, you lean forward. Think, Rodin's thinker. And there you have it. Now for the final verdict. Asian squats are extremely useful if you treat them with patience and respect. They are dangerous if you treat them like another thing to dominate. Do little, do often, do not rush, DSY. If you do that, you will be fine, possibly even lighter in more ways than one. Thank you very much for watching, and I see you again in the next one. Bye!